Hello friends, in today's session we'll be talking about list and various operations related to list and tuples, marks, and it's stored the marks of subject math for 5 students out of 50. Okay, so I just store this. So this is a list where we are storing marks in math subjects. Similarly, you can have another list marks in English and can have again it's out of 50. 46, 47, 46, 44, 46, and 50, and then just student is another list, and I will store their name or something like study1, study2, student1, student2, student3, student4, and student5. So you can see we have three different lists here. In two are like based on we have numeric numbers there. In third list we have string values. Okay. So now there are various operations we can do with the list. So let's first see how we can fetch the element out of it. Let's see, you need to fetch the third element of list marks English, marks English, and you need to get the third element. So index start with 0. So third element means it's 2. So let me make a print statement here and execute it. Right click, run, and you can see it's 46. So you can give the index value of the list. So starting from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me just say so that there are 5 elements. So similarly, we can find print student, and if you give 3, this one print 0, 1, 2, 3, student 4. Let me run it. So it's printing student 4. So this is how you can see. So this is just to access the value of a list, or you can traverse 0, or you can just run a loop and print all the element of that. That also we can do, and that already is that we have already covered while talking about loops. So you can go in that lecture and see how loop can be used to print all the various statements, various items of from a list or tuple. Okay. So what else? What other operations we can perform with this? So let's say you need to find the length of the list, right? So how we can find? So to find length of the list is student dot length, and then pass the list name and print. Okay. Print, if you print student, what would be the answer? And then if you print length of the student, then what would be the answer? So here it is. In case when you print the list, it prints all the element of the list. Student 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and here is the count. Similarly, you can get the count of marks maths. And here is marks maths, and execute it, and you can see 5. So you can find the length. Now here, if you want to see how many students have scored 46 in English, or how many students have scored 45 in math. So that's so what we are doing actually, we are counting the occurrence of one number, how many times 46 occurs within the list. So for that, what we can do, for that we will be doing marks, let's say math dot count, and then what you want to count, 46, and let's print this. Print, and I will just comment these two lines and execute it. So count of 46 in marks math is 1. But what if I change this to 45? 3. So this is how you can count the occurrence of one element within the list. Okay, I'll comment this as well. And what else? What else? Okay, next. Next is the index. So here you can see the 3. If I put 5, it gives me 4. That if you know the element, then you can find the index, right? So let me try this with the print marks math dot index and then 50. Wrong. So answer is yes, 0 and 1. You can see if you just enter 44 in marks English, then let's see what its result is. Print marks English dot index, and we need to 44. Trans index is 3, 0, 1, 2, and 3. So that's how we can find the index of a given value. Let's comment this and move on. Okay, what next? What next? So we just check the count. We can check the length. We can check the count of one occurrence of one element, and then we can find the index. Okay. So there are a few important operations which we can do with the list, and those are you can add new elements. You can add new elements. You can append new elements. So let's say I need to append a new element. So student dot append, and what we are appending, student 6, and after appending I'll just print the student just to see that the list is updated. So execute. Now you can see append, you are appending one student at the last. So append, what append does, it's adding a new element in the list at the last index, right? So, and if you want to add someone like in second position or third position, so for that we have one another method, and that is called as insert. So let's use insert this time. So student dot insert, and then here we have to pass two arguments, as you can see on the pop-up. First one the index, and then second is the object. So what index you want to do, what position. So let's say I want to add the second position, and this to like std. I'll give another name 10, and after that I'll just print the student. Okay, so execute. You can see we added 6 and then print the student. So here is the result, and then we inserted std10 at second index, so 0, 1, 2. So this is the second index, and this is how we can append. This is how we can insert. So if you can add, you can delete as well. So let's delete something from. So after adding 6, let me delete something. Student dot pop. Okay, and then let me print. So we'll see what happened, because first we are adding 6, and then we'll print student, then we'll do delete something, and then we'll print student, and then we'll insert std10 at second index, and then we'll delete. So let's see what the result comes. So it is. What happens? You added std6, in this here you can see the result, and then we remove. So what pop does, like append, adds a new element at the as a last member of the list. Similarly, pop deletes the last element of the list, and then again third operation std10 we just added, right? So if you want to delete a particular, let's say we added std10 and now we want to delete that. Okay, so student dot remove. So you can see we have a remove, and then you need to pass what you want to remove. So I want to remove std10, and then again I'll print it. All right. So let's do. What we'll do first of all, we'll print the original string. We are adding std6. We are deleting the std. We are adding std10, and then we are removing std10. Let me execute it. See, this was the original list, and this is again the original list. We added sdt6, we removed. We added sdt10, and here you can see we removed that too. Now, what else we can do? We added, we removed, and we can find the index. We can sort as well. Okay, so what we'll do, we'll not remove. Let me just comment, and then I'll try to sort it out. Control backslash, and then after printing this event, what I'll do, student dot sort, and then I'll print it again. Print student, and let's see what happens to the list after adding std10, and then we will be sorting that. Okay, so any change? Yes. So you can see when we added sd10, it came at third 0 1 to second index, and then when we sorted std, because it's 1, it's 1 0, so it's moved here, and we can sort like these strings. So there it will be, so mark English. Let's sort it. We can sort here on. So let's see. Mark dot sort, and print mark English, and what I'll do, I'll comment these all steps so that we are not printing, and run. So you can see 44, 46, 46, 46, 47. So you can sort these things out. What else we can do with the list? There are a few operations we have already covered. We can do one more operation, like if you want to fetch last two element or first two element, or starting from 1 to 3, means you're just trying to get something out of the list. So let's do that. Uh, uh, student dot, what is that key? So if you do this, student 5, if you print this, and these two as well. So if you print student 5, what result you'll get? You get the fifth one, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, there. Let me make 3 and run. So you're getting this result. So if I do this, I'm just putting a colon in between and let me run. So here, so starting from third index to last, this is that this mean like this. So starting from third index to last, if you do this one and you're giving a range, so let's see the result. So means 1, 0, 1, and then you're giving range 3, so 1 less than 3, so you, right? If you give 5, so I see 2, 3, 4, and 5. So 1, 1, 2, 3, and 4 will be printed. So these are the operations. This is basically called as slicing. So you can perform with the list. So there are many operations you can perform with the list, and it's there. So another data type is tuples. So tuples is same, not with few differences, same like list, but you cannot perform various operations with a tuple. So let me define a tuple quickly and show you. Let me comment this as well, and I'll go. So I'll take you to okay. So you can see this is how we define, and let me define the same thing, and I'll put student one, and instead of round bracket, sorry, the square bracket, just use the parenthesis or round bracket. So that's the basic difference how we define. Let me comment this and do some operations on student one. So student one dot. See what operations you can do. You can do two operations basically. You can count and you can do index. These are the two basic operations you can perform with. So it's actually it's mutable and you cannot change, you cannot append, you cannot delete, you cannot pop, you cannot remove. So all those operations are not allowed with tuples, and all those operations are allowed with list. So that is the basic difference between a list and the tuple, and you know how defined with the round bracket, and list are basically defined with the square brackets. So thank you guys for watching this. To repeat, try to recreate this, and let me know in case of any issues. Okay, thank you so much.